Ratan Tata, the visionary chairman emeritus of the Tata Group, has died at the age of 86.
A titan of Indian industry and a renowned philanthropist, Ratan Tata's legacy will forever be etched in the archives of Indian business history.
A statement released by N. Chandrasekaran, chairman Tata Sons, late night on Tuesday read, "It is with a profound sense of loss that we bid farewell to Mr. Ratan Tata, a truly uncommon leader whose immeasurable contributions have shaped not only the Tata Group but also the very fabric of our nation."
Born into a family with deep industrial roots, Tata's journey began on the shop floor of Tata Steel. His ascent to the helm of the conglomerate in 1991 was marked by a series of strategic decisions that transformed the Tata Group into a global powerhouse. Under his leadership, the group expanded into diverse sectors, acquiring iconic brands like Jaguar Land Rover.
Ratan Tata's most significant contributions to the Tata Group were his unwavering commitments to innovation. He oversaw the launch of the groundbreaking products like the Indica, India's first indigenously designed car, and the Tata Nano, the world's cheapest car. Tata's strategic vision also led to the successful IPO of Tata Consultancy Services, which became the largest information technology services company in India. Ratan Tata's leadership was instrumental in propelling the Tata Group to a valuation of over $100 billion.
His ability to identify growth opportunities and execute on his own vision transformed the company into a global leader. Two-thirds of its revenue now comes from overseas markets. Beyond the balance sheets, Ratan Tata is widely acclaimed for his philanthropy. Approximately 65% of the revenue made by the Tata Group are allocated to all the charitable trusts that support rural growth, healthcare and education in India.
Prime Minister Modi also took to social media to express his pain over the unfortunate news. Countless other politicians, business leaders, actors, they've all expressed grief over the passing of a visionary as revered as Ratan Tata. His business empire is likely to be taken over by his half-brother Naval Tata and his kin. Naval has 3 children, Maya, Neville and Leah Tata.
And to talk more on Ratan Tata's legacy, we're now being joined by Professor Vikas Singh, economist and author. Welcome to the show, Professor Singh. Now, Ratan Tata has perhaps left an indelible mark on India's business landscape and the nation as a whole. A profound loss for India indeed, Professor Singh. Talk to us about how Ratan Tata's legacy will shape Indian businesses and beyond.
I think it's well known that not only was he a visionary leader, but he was also a person who invested a lot of time and money in charitable causes. I want to talk about 2 specific cases of what Ratan Tata has really left behind for the other business leaders to follow. I think the most important thing is that while we call him a visionary, we should also not forget that he was a strategist in many sense. His investment over the last 10 years in new businesses, his investment in markets unexplored by Indian businesses, for example, in the UK, in South Asia, in South America and other countries, is a legacy to what a visionary leader can think of. He dreamt big, but his dream of making it big was always centered around people, or not only on profit. For example, when you look at businesses around him, he never went into businesses which are monopolies. His focus was on creating business that not only helped the economy, but also helped the nation. His investment in in the UK for chorus for the steel business as well as for the automobile business is a testimony to what he has been able to do. He faced setbacks, but he never withered. He went on investing in businesses which he believed in the long term.
Yes.
Particularly, his business acumen is evident in the new businesses that he's brought. For example, the technology-led businesses like the new age businesses, the business that he set up for in the retail business. These are all testimony to the fact that he not only dreamt big, but he also focused on contemporary business which have a future
Professor
for the
Singh,
group.
Professor Singh, I believe you've met Mr. Tata personally, and it has happened on a few occasions. If you can tell us, what was your first impression like when you met him, or as and when you met him? Something peculiar that you noticed, or something that you took away from that brief meeting or longer meeting, whatever. If you can tell us what that meeting was like.
Yeah, I did a TED talk on universal basic income, and then 3-4 months after the TED talk, I got a call from his office that he wanted to talk to me. So he invited a group of about 12, 13 people who were all TED speakers of that year. And the call came from his office, but he personally got on the line and he invited me to meet him. There were 12 of us, and the most amazing thing was that he not only asked about what the talk was about, but he inquired. He spent a substantial amount of time understanding why universal basic income is a good idea. He gave me feedback. He says, is it possible? The first question that he asked, is it implementable? I said, it's implementable if the political will is there. He said, is there money? Does the Indian government have the money to implement it? I said, that's something that we need to talk about. His suggestion was that why don't we go halfway instead of trying to. So his whole approach was what can be done to make it work.
So
He was
man of
not
action,
an idealist in that sense.
And man of
Yeah,
action,
he was
of
not
course,
an
what can
idealist
be
in
done
that sense.
next? And a personal interest.
What can be done, how it can be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The second time I met him was when I went to judge a startup at a startup conclave, and he was there. He was full of energy at the age of 83, 84.
Oh, that was
And
recent.
I wondered, that was recently, and I wondered, and I said that I'm so happy that you are mentoring these people and you are guiding them. And he said something that will always remain with me. He said that, Professor, I'm not here to mentor. This is reverse mentoring. I'm the one who's getting mentored by these young
Right,
people.
Professor.
They have ideas.
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure people around the world would have so many stories of their interactions and how he's influenced them. Even if they've never met him, his quotes were so influential for so many people. Thank you so much for joining us, Professor Vikas Singh. Of course, this is a legacy which will live on.
Thank you so much for having me here.